we're going to look at in the Olympic champion profile series is Masu Baker of Japan in the under 90 kilograms category. Masu Baker does a very unusual Seoinage switch. And what he does, he cross grips and he turns in left as if he's dropping underneath for a drop shoulder throw. But then what he does is that he pulls the arm in really, really tight, changes direction, and it changes to a right-handed Seoinage. Have a look at this and see how he does it. Masu Baker, under 90 kilogram Olympic champion for Japan. He's a revelation because he does unusual techniques. And he comes in for the techniques from different grips. Everybody now knows that if he takes the cross grip, he's going to attack. He has to. And he does the Ouchigari from here, which everybody knows. But unusually, he does a drop sodi as well from here. But then what he does is he changes direction there and he throws with Seoinage on the other side. To break it down, it's a normal sleeve grip, cross grip here, has to attack immediately. He goes sodi, but he lifts the arm up here, and then what happens is this arm slots through by the neck. And this one here controls the arm here, and he's ready to go because he's ready to change direction. And that's what he does. He just pushes off here. And he scores so many times off it, and against the best people in the world. It's well rehearsed. It's working well for him. And he is now the Olympic champion using these kinds of techniques. Interestingly, when Taketo can't take this hand off, so in other words, he can't take the hand off to dominate the sleeve completely, what he actually does, when he feeds it into the other hand here, and he sets it up for his Kataguruma or his Yoko Sotemi over this side, what he does is he really leans down onto the arm and kills this shoulder and this whole movement with this arm completely. And what normally happens is then, when they start to pop up, that's when he comes underneath and he does the Kataguruma on the other side. So the key is really to make sure that when he's moving, that he's really pulling down on the arm and the shoulder. He gets the action that he wants, action, reaction, and then from here, he gets the Kataguruma. And the Kataguruma, I think, is the technique that comes from dominating the side that he wants to dominate and making sure that he gets the action-reaction. Looking at it from the other side, we can see that Taketo can't take this grip off. It's probably, everything's moving. So what he wants to do here is to stop his opponent from actually dominating this inside grip. So what he does, he leans onto this here in order to get action-reaction. And when he leans onto it and leans against the arm there, as he pops up, that's when the head pops underneath for the Yoko Sotemi waza. So a lot of it is action-reaction. He doesn't need to get rid of this completely. He just needs to get some kind of action-reaction, and then it gives him chance then for the Kataguruma. Kapacharov in the quarterfinal stages in Ekaterinburg was an interesting matchup. And what happened was Malai changed his direction completely. Kapacharov was sold, and over the top he went. Have a look at this. Malai catches both the sleeves. Kapacharov, left-handed fighter, likes to get this arm over the top. So Malai had to catch this sleeve first. And actually, the interesting thing was, it's when he took this head underneath the armpit here. And then what he did is he threw this leg through and changes direction. So what he does, he gets the reaction from Kapacharov. Kapacharov steadies himself, but then the change of direction is what scores the ippon. Kapacharov could do nothing about it. Great change of direction, great judo from Malai. In the Ekaterinburg Grand Slam repechage match, it was interesting because the Olympic champion Mudranov, against his Moroccan opponent, he took advantage of his opponent coming forward and caught him with a great sasai. Just have a look how he gets into it. Both fighters had two shidos, so they had to come forward. Somebody had to do something. And it was Basu that was coming forwards all the time. And Mudranov, the Olympic champion, manages to catch the sleeve here, but it's as his opponent is coming forward to try and get the lapel hand on that he knocks it to the side and then does a great sasai. All one movement here, takes advantage of the sleeve. This arm comes over, and it's the blocking of the leg and the momentum of his opponent coming forwards that gives him a great ippon opportunity. What an ippon it was. Welcome to Olympic Champion Profiles. We're going to have a look at the under 48 kilos Olympic champion Paula Pareto of Argentina. And we're going to have a look at how she changes direction with her techniques. First of all, attacking with not such a strong ouchigari, but dominating the sleeve and then switching it to a really successful Sodi Surikamigoshi, which she scores a lot with. Have a look at this. Paula Pareto has great change of direction. And as with a lot, anyway, of the under 48 kilogram fighters, she goes off the sleeves for her Sodi Surikamigoshi. But what she does as well is she sets it up and she goes the opposite direction. She does an ouchigari here first, which her opponents climb off, and then she comes in for the Sodi Surikamigoshi to the front. The big advantage of this is that she gets momentum from the first one, gets the defense, and then she comes in for the second. So as she comes in, it's not strong here, but the Sodi Surikamigoshi is very, very strong. She gets the readjustment, and she also gets the action-reaction, which is so important for the execution of that technique. She's very small, very short, she gets underneath, but she gets action-reaction, which gets her a lot of success. We're going to have a look at Van ter End of the Netherlands in the semi-final in Tbilisi. And we're going to have a look at his combination, his Sianagi-Sodi combination with the Kouchigari. He's got some great combinations and he works them well together. Have a look at this. Van ter End has some great combinations. The Sioi and the Kouchi combination, he gets action-reaction at its very best. And first of all, obviously, the Sianagi, it's always massive Sianagi in order to throw. People know that he's going to do the Sianagi. So when he does the Sianagi again, he has the big lifting action for the Sianagi, and he gets them to put this leg forward here, and then he does the Kouchi backwards. But the interesting thing is that he sometimes works it the other way around as well. So that they know that the Kouchi is going to come, and foot's forward, but then he gets the foot starting to go back, and then he's back in for the Sianagi. So he works them together. It's Kouchi into the Sianagi, or it's Sianagi into the Kouchi. Action-reaction at its very best. Let's have a look at the amazing movement of Sagimuki of Israel. Current European champion, third in Paris 2016. And he really has an unusual way of attacking. He can throw to the front and to the back, but his change of direction makes him very, very special. I think the most important thing here is the reaction that he gets from the two techniques that he uses as a combination. Sodisura Komigoshi, which he does, and he does it to great effect. He stretches them out and he throws a lot with the Sodisura Komigoshi. He also has an Osoto. He snakes the Osoto in. But the most important thing about this combination is that he really throws the head back, and at the same time as well, he really snakes the leg across for the Osoto. So he really gets the reaction that he wants. They're almost pulling themselves in the direction that he wants to go. So he uses it both. If the Sodi works, then the Sodi works. But if not, it's here and finishes it off with the Osoto. So this combination, not only a brilliant combination, but it's who he catches with it. World-class people, and he catches them for Ippon time and time again.